I'm David Toman, author of nootropicsexpert.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I know about magnesium as a nootropic, what it is, why we use it, the science behind it, dosage, and possible side effects. Magnesium improves cognition, memory, learning, recall, reduces brain fog, is an antioxidant, helps neuroplasticity, and protects against glutamate toxicity. Magnesium plays an essential role in neuroplasticity and ATP production, which is fundamental to learning, memory, and cognitive function. Magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral in your body. But many of us in Western society are living with a magnesium deficiency, and most of us are unaware of this deficiency. Magnesium comes in our diet from foods like green leafy vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds, whole grains, poultry, beef, and salmon, and tap, mineral, and bottled water also used to be good sources of magnesium, but varies by brand and source, and if the magnesium has been filtered out during processing. Magnesium is an essential part of neuroplasticity. Brain plasticity is the ability of our neurons to make cell-to-cell connections to form and regulate learning and memory. With aging or insufficient magnesium in our diet, we lose brain plasticity, which results in a loss of cognitive function. This is why a young person with an active, flexible brain easily catches new ideas and simply thinks faster than a person whose brain has lost plasticity or is more fixed in their patterns. Magnesium is also crucial for synthesizing ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, the primary energy source for mitochondria in every one of your cells, including your brain. ATP must be bound to a magnesium ion in order to be biologically active. This is critically important to how your brain's mitochondria and cells use ATP, including the synthesis of DNA and RNA. Now, to put this into perspective, over 300 enzymes require the presence of magnesium ions for their catalytic action, including all the enzymes using ATP. Magnesium is even involved in how the other nootropics in your stack are utilized by the cells in your brain. The bottom line is that magnesium could be one of the most important additions to your nootropic stack. First, magnesium is crucial for neuroplasticity. Your brain is capable of forming new connections between neurons. When you take in new information, a signal is sent across synaptic space between neurons. The ability of your brain to form these new connections is referred to as neuroplasticity. This neuroplasticity is how learning and memories are formed. When these new signaling pathways break down, memories fade, and you forget simple things like people's names or phone numbers. Now, a simple example of how this works is reading something. And as you read, your brain is forming and reforming new neural connections. When things aren't optimal, you find yourself reading and rereading sentences. Magnesium is critical for maintaining this neuroplasticity and your ability to learn and form memories. Magnesium ions control the ion channels or electrical switches for cell signaling. The more signals that the ion channels transmit, the stronger the connection between neurons, and the stronger the formation of the resulting memory. Now, many studies demonstrate the detrimental impact of insufficient magnesium on optimal cognitive function. And second, magnesium is required for ATP synthesis, which is the main energy source for mitochondria in your brain cells. 20% of your body's total ATP is located in your brain. For ATP to be biologically active, it must be bound to a magnesium ion. About 2/3 of your brain's energy budget is used to help neurons send signals to neighboring neurons. The remaining third is used for housekeeping or cellular maintenance. Now, a guy named Y. Chen, who's a radiologist at the University of Minnesota Medical School, was a co-author of a study on the brain's use of ATP. The team used magnetic resonance spectroscopy to measure the brain's energy production during shifts in activity. Their study on lab rats noted that when rats were knocked out, they produced 50% fewer ATP molecules than when mildly anesthetized. Chen noted that the ATP produced when the brain is inactive, it goes into cell maintenance. Now, this housekeeping is critically important for keeping brain tissue healthy. And the other 2/3 are needed for cellular processes, including recharging neurons so that they can fire, and to create the electrical signals needed for neuron communication required for learning, memory, recall, and cognition. Without magnesium, your brain cannot produce ATP, and all your brain function breaks down. Magnesium plays a critical role in supporting neuroplasticity, which is fundamental for a youthful, flexible brain. A brain that is optimized to support cognition, learning, and memory. Raising brain magnesium levels has been proven to restore neuroplasticity and improve cognitive function. Magnesium deficiency has been associated with Alzheimer's disease. Scientists have found that treatment with Magnesium-L-threonate decreases B-amyloid deposits in the brain and is able to rebuild signaling pathways in neurons, helping to restore memory. And magnesium is required for ATP synthesis in brain cells, providing the mental energy needed for cognition, memory, recall, and learning. Most neurohackers report an increased level of focus, energy, memory, and cognitive ability when supplementing with magnesium. You should also experience an improved quality of sleep and have a better overall improvement in mood. One of the most common reasons we use nootropics is to boost memory and mental energy. Memory loss drastically reduces quality of life, and simple brain fog makes it difficult to accomplish the simplest of tasks. Research has shown that magnesium is involved in memory, learning, and cognition in several levels, and supplementing with magnesium is one of the most fundamental things you can do to boost cognition. Now, if you want to see more clinical studies on magnesium and brain health and learning and memory and mood and sleep, go over to Nootropics Expert and search for magnesium. In the full article, I've got one on how magnesium improves long-term memory. I've got another one on how magnesium relieves depression. And I've even got one on how magnesium may relieve the symptoms of ADHD. You'll find those clinical studies over on Nootropics Expert in the main magnesium article. Recommended magnesium dosage in most common forms is 400 milligrams a day. But the problem is that most magnesium supplements don't work very well as a nootropic because they don't cross the blood-brain barrier. Research begun at MIT by Dr. Ina Slutsky came up with a new magnesium supplement called Magnesium-L-threonate. This new magnesium compound easily crosses the blood-brain barrier. This form of magnesium is patented and now produced by Magtine Science. Magtine is spelled M-A-G-T-E-I-N, Magtine Science. Several supplement companies sell magnesium with this branded form. The recommended dose of Magnesium-L-threonate is 1 gram a day. Magnesium is water-soluble, so you don't need to take it with a meal or a healthy fat like some nootropics. Most forms of magnesium cause diarrhea and bloating. Magnesium-L-threonate contains less elemental magnesium per dose, so should not cause gastrointestinal upset. Magnesium is sold as magnesium aspartate, citrate, lactate, chloride, and magnesium-L-threonate. Depending on the type of magnesium, it comes in capsules, chewable tablets, powder, extended release tablets, or in a liquid solution. A more bioavailable form of magnesium is now available and called Magnesium-L-threonate. It's patented and called Magtine. Magnesium-L-threonate easily crosses the blood-brain barrier and is recommended if you're adding magnesium to your nootropic stack. So my nootropics expert recommendation for magnesium is Magnesium-L-threonate 1 gram a day. And that's my report on magnesium. If you want to see links to the studies I talked about, go over to nootropicsexpert.com and search for magnesium. Or click on the link down below this video. There you'll find a full transcript of this video, and you'll find dozens of articles on all the well-known nootropics over on Nootropics Expert. If you have any questions or you want to share your experience using magnesium, please use the comments section on the bottom of the post over on Nootropics Expert. I respond to comments and questions at Nootropics Expert usually the same day. If you want to see more videos on all the best nootropics used today, subscribe to this channel before you leave. I'll be putting up new videos on nootropics and optimizing your brain every week. I'm David Toman, author of Nootropics Expert.